Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Hope you have some popcorn and candy and soda pop close by because we have some more animated shorts headed your way. And since this is when we normally show our silent Sunday night feature, we thought it would be a lot of fun to bring in some silent animated shorts from the very beginning of animation and movies. Well, back with me to help introduce these shorts and put them into context as a cartoon enthusiast, author, and co-blogger of cartoonbrew.com, Jerry Beck. Welcome, Jerry.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here.
Great to be here.
Now we're going to next bring you three silent animated shorts. First we have Lightning Sketches from 1907, then Haunted Hotel, also from 1907, and The Artist's Dream from 1913. What makes these films so rare?
These are films from the beginning of cinema. These are very rare films made by the true pioneers of animation. J. Stuart Blackton is one of our filmmakers here, and he goes back to the early days of the Thomas Edison studio and creating trick films like the kind we're going to see tonight. He really sort of invented the idea of taking a drawing and animating it or photographing it one frame at a time so that it looks like it's moving by itself. That was something that hadn't been done before, and this was one of the catalysts for a lot of cartoonists to start animating. A lot of the original animators would draw every single thing that you see on screen. When Winsor McCay started doing films, he would draw the character moving, the backgrounds that had to stay still. He had to draw them for every single frame of film. That was kind of crazy. But John Randolph Bray, another cartoonist, got into this, and he came up with a method to kind of a factory method for animation, where they separated what you're going to see on screen into parts. The drawings that move would be on celluloid over a background that would be painted and stay still. Things like that were standard in the animation business for decades were created by John Bray and start in these early films.
Were they celebrated at that time, or is it only in retrospect that we look back on them?
Well, unfortunately, they've been forgotten, has been the thing. You know, most people have never heard of these people.
But were they celebrated back then?
Yeah, they were well known. J. Stuart Blackton was well known for his trick films. When Bray sold his first film and it got distributed, they wanted more and more, and he started a factory, a studio, the first studio to create animation. And so all the cartoons said Bray for years and years and years. Bray and another animator, Earl Hurd, patented the cell and background technique, and anybody who wanted to do that, which was anybody making a cartoon, had to give them credit on their cartoons. So for years and years, even into the early Disney Mickey Mouse cartoons, it says licensed by the Bray Hurd technique. Yes.
Have to look for that in the future. Yes. Well, let's look at these movies.
Okay.
A great batch. Here, have a look, starting with Lightning Sketches and The Haunted Hotel, both from 1907. Those are going to be followed by The Artist's Dream from 1913. Before we begin this segment of rare animated shorts, I do want to warn you a bit about the first film in the block. It's a short from 1907 called Lightning Sketches. It includes footage of the man who made it, James Stuart Blackton, doing rapid-fire drawings, including two of which I have to say are really offensive. Blackton writes 2 words on a piece of paper, one of them a very offensive word, then he quickly turns those words into stereotypical images of a black man in a minstrel show and a Jewish man. It's pretty hard to watch, and at first we hesitated to show it at all, but decided, yeah, we really should, for several reasons. As a prime example of early animation, also to show how blatant and inexcusable racial attitudes were in 1907, also to emphasize how racial stereotyping was drummed into people's heads back then, and finally to also show how far we've come along since then. If you'd rather not look at the segment, it happens quite early in the film. The entire short only lasts 90 seconds, so go get a drink of water, linger a bit, and we'll see you back here in less than 2 minutes.